Having drawn an 8-goal thriller with Millwall last weekend, the Boxing Day crowd at the Valley could not have been expecting another game full of drama, but there was, and it all began with the early dismissal of Sam Sodja after just 18 minutes. He was sent packing after that awful challenge on John Paul McGovern. It was the 14th time he's been sent off in his 10-year career and the second time this campaign. The 10 men went ahead though when 17-year-old Jonjo Shelvey fired the Addicks in front from the edge of the box. But the Charlton team were reduced to 9 men before half-time as former Swindon loanee Dion Burton picked up a second yellow card for a needless handball to join Sodja in a rush for the bathwater. Hiding his face from the referee didn't save Burton. With a 2-man advantage, Swindon, with their manager Danny Wilson celebrating a year in charge of the Wiltshire club, turned things around after the break. Charlie Austin continues to make a real name for himself, having been signed by Wilson from Poole Town just a couple of months ago. That was goal number 6 in 6 games, and he also had a hand in the goal which appeared to have won Swindon the points. Billy Painter took advantage with his 11th goal of the season. But 4 minutes into injury time, incredibly, the home side grabbed a point. Miguel Lera was coolness personified to collect a match-spring pass and lobbed the advancing David Lucas to take Charlton's unbeaten run to 8 games. They remain undefeated at home in 18.
Charlton must have been aiming to get back to winning ways at the Valley following last weekend's 4-4 draw with Millwall, but they faced an uphill struggle from the outset when Sam Sodja was sent off in the 18th minute for a 2-footed challenge on John Paul McGovern as the defender's second red card in 6 matches. Despite the disadvantage, Jonjo Shelvey fired them into the lead on 38 minutes after drilling home from Akpo Sodja's pass. Things got worse for the home side when Dion Burton received a second booking for a deliberate handball just before the break. Swindon, who rarely threatened in the first half, made the most of their 2-man advantage and dominated in the second period. The pressure paid off in the 56th minute when Charlie Austin side-footed the equaliser following a low cross from Kevin Amankwa. Austin then turned provider, crossing to Billy Painter at the back post, who tucked it away in the 74th minute. However, 4 minutes into stoppage time, Miguel Angel Lera latched onto a long ball from Jose Semedo and calmly placed the ball over David Lucas to level the match in the dying seconds. Charlton manager Phil Parkinson will have been relieved to salvage a draw, but it leaves the Addicks 6 points off the pace at the top of League One.
Having drawn an 8-goal thriller with Millwall last weekend, the Boxing Day crowd at the Valley were to witness another game full of drama. It all began with the early dismissal of Sam Sodja after only 18 minutes. He was sent packing after this challenge on John Paul McGovern. It was the 14th time he's been sent off in his 10-year career and the second red card of this campaign. Then Eliton Mazusi headed away Kevin Amankwa's cross, but the ball only made it as far away as Billy Painter, whose curling shot forced a great save from Charlton goalkeeper Rob Elliott. The 10 men went ahead though when 17-year-old Jonjo Shelvey fired the Addicks in front from the edge of the box. This was the teenager's 3rd goal of an impressive campaign so far. But the Charlton team was reduced to 9 men before half-time as former Swindon loanee Dion Burton picked up a second yellow card for a needless handball. And he joined Sodja in the dressing room. With a 2-man advantage, Swindon, with their manager Danny Wilson marking a year in charge of the Wiltshire club, turned things round after the break. Charlie Austin continues to make a real name for himself, having been signed by Wilson from Poole Town just a couple of months ago. He escaped the Charlton defence for his 6th league goal in his 6th league game. He also had a hand in the goal which appeared to have won Swindon the points. Billy Painter took advantage with his 11th goal of the season. But 4 minutes into injury time, incredibly the home team grabbed an equaliser. Spanish defender Miguel Angel Llera was coolness personified to collect a Matt Spring pass and coolly lob the advancing David Lucas to take Charlton's unbeaten run to 8 games.
Swindon maintained their playoff push with a point at Charlton, but will reflect on a missed opportunity to claim all 3. The home side were reduced to 10 men after Sam Sodji's terrible tackle on JP McGovern, and although they then took the lead through John Joe Shelvey, it wasn't long before they hit the self-destruct button again. This time former Swindon loanee Dion Burton was given a second yellow card for handball, reducing Charlton to 9 men. It was after the break that Town made their advantage tell, and again non-league recruit Charlie Austin was on target, scoring his 6th goal in 6 games. Austin then turned provider for Billy Painter to put Swindon on course for an unexpected victory. But deep into stoppage time, the Town defence switched off and allowed Miguel Llera to rescue a point for Charlton.